Yeah, don't look at my hair. Hey, everybody, how's it going? It's been one of those days. Just give me a second to get this loaded up. And I have to roll my meds, and my glasses are fogging. And my hairbrush isn't in here. Okay, first things first. Let me say hi um, to Joe Mama, Donna Holland, Lee McLeod, Lazarick. Holland, Lee McLeod. Please help me that I said, please tell me I said that correctly. Marie Dunn, Teresa Tabor, and Christina Moran. I may repeat names, but I'm not. So give me a second here, folks. I just got home. I wanted to get a few things because Howie and I have to go out Sunday, and we were going to go to Costco and do a huge shopping. But Howie wants his Christmas present early. So I'm giving it to him early. I've been giving it to him all summer long. I can't see Dick, so give me a second here. Okay. Oh, there you are. Hello. So, I figured I'd have to go spend some of my money before Howie got it all. No, it's kind of like I went shopping today and I took Briar with me. God, I had a great time. Always have a great time with Briar. And I get to be a mom when I take Briar with me, right? So I bought him a pair of boots. They're not necessarily winter boots, but they can be. They're like a work boot without hang on a second here. They're a work boot without the steel toe, but they got a nice thick, really thick rubber greb sole because he walks and rides his bike 4 kilometers to work in the wintertime, right? Hey, Carol, Diana Jacobs, hello. So I took him shopping with me and I got him a pair of boots. And what else did I give him? Ow, ow, ow. Hey, give me a second. I'm trying to roll. I'm in a lot of pain. I am in a lot of pain. The fact that I went shopping is amazing. Oh, I spent $150 at Bulk Barn. Bulk Barn. Oh, I got my bacon gummies. Hi, Terry White. Hi, teasers. Pamela, Diana. I got my bacon gummies. I got black cocoa. And then I got red cocoa so I could make a really dark chocolate without too much bitterness. Dark chocolate cake or whatever, zucchini bread. You know what I mean? I got, you know how you get flake oatmeal, like for eating? I got flake barley. I got Scottish cereal oats. I got oat bran. I got sunflower seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, sesame seeds, poppy seeds, but they're all in a bag, and raw sunflower seeds. So my bread, I'm baking bread this winter. I'm baking bread. I'm going to mix. I'll show you when I put it all in a container. I'll show you just what I use, a cup in each recipe of bread. Yeah, Sam's coming. And no, somebody said I should wait for the pewter if that's what I really wanted. No, it's okay. White's fine, right? It still can bear the name Sam. And if Howie fixes both of those things, I may keep the white small one and the white big one and give the red one to my son. I don't know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Okay, I'm all thrown off. Sorry. I've been listening to Gojira, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pamela. Happy birthday to you and many more. Mwah! Happy birthday, Pamela. All right, I have to get busy here with my medication. I'm in a lot of pain because I haven't medicated all day. Hang on. Ha, 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 ha. It's a multi-biscuit tea. So I asked Briar yesterday if he would go shopping with me today. And we kind of said, okay, as long as you get me there for 10 o'clock or be there by 10. And then I woke up at 9 and said, no, I can't do this. I was in too much pain. What happened was, you know, the rug in front of my wood stove where Gracie likes to lay in front of the fire in the wintertime. I was walking towards the living room last night with a big cup of tea. Oh, and an itch. Excuse me. Oh, we wore her out. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. So, hey, Nana Castles, Michelle Stark. So, hey, Sue, I just got back from shopping too. So, part of me was like, last night, Howie said he got a phone call about used heads for his car. Now, new ones are really, really expensive. And these ones, there's something about it that was wrong with the motor, but not the heads, and how we can get them for X number of dollars. And I didn't know. I thought it was a couple $100s. So he's talking to this guy and said, I can give you some money. And he goes, oh, words to my magic ears. My wife said I could have some money. So I'm adding up all the bits and pieces that I've helped him pay for this year. And this is his Christmas present early, because I'm going to give him like $400, right? On top of his, so he can put it towards his heads. Hey, Yarn! So I've got to sit down and figure out my banking now, because I just kind of went, you know, Briar said, okay. I said, no, I don't want to go to Hull, right? I said, we just won't go today, right? He goes, okay. And then I woke up at 10:30. And I phoned Briar and I said, you want to go to Giant Tiger with me? And he goes, okay. I said, I'll be there in half an hour, right? So I got there and we were getting ready to go to Giant Tiger, and we were going to go to the IGA first, right? So I pulled in up there and got him to fill my tank. And it's handy having a son, man, in the car when you need your gas pump, because just getting in and out of the truck's a hard time for me. So I'm going to talk for a little bit. Hot child in the city. I hope that's okay. Okay, so I got my zucchini dehydrated. I haven't done the video yet. Wait a second, folks. There. Okay, sorry. It was Mary Jane trying to call me, and I just got here. So, we're going to add her into our prayers. She's worried about her son, Jeremy, from CJM Farms. He's exhibiting some ill symptoms. So, okay. So, we're heading for the IGA, and it's on the highway. And we get in there, and he didn't have his phone with him. So I let him use mine, and he called, and he found out he wasn't working today. I said, so let's go to Bulk Barn. He said, okay. So we went to Bulk Barn. I spent $150 some. Then we went to Walmart, and I spent $200 and some. I was just a spending fool. But butter was on sale. I have enough butter now for winter. I bought 12 pounds of butter, and I got 10 in my fridge. So I'm pretty sure I got enough butter for winter, unless I see it go on sale again. Oh, the roaring? That's because Mary Jane's Pooh Bear. She's a bear. And so that's a roaring bear. That's her ringtone. That's how I identify people. If it's just a plain ring, I'm not sure who it is. I don't run to get to the phone, right? Briar has a baby sloth. Howie's is a wolf. Mary Jane's is a bear. My sister Wendy's is a kookaburra because her son lives in Australia. Melanie's is a baby penguin. And Arthur's is a cat. So I know all these people by their ringtones. I'm sweating. Oh, okay. So, what I did was, I'm sorry it scared you, Christina. So anyway, they had turkeys on for like $18 for a nice big turkey. And mine might not be big enough for Thanksgiving. We may only be the three of us for Thanksgiving because we're now in the orange. We've gone from yellow to orange, and orange is one step away from provincial lockdown. So, and Arthur and Mel and Mom and Karen are in different provinces, and we're only allowed 6 people from 2 households in one house at a time. So I thought, you know what? I talked to Arthur and Mel, and they said, no, if it's going to be like this for Thanksgiving, he said, no, I'm not going to run the risk of bringing you and Dad's getting sick or us getting sick from you. It's just not worth it. So I will at some point probably, I said, I can always send you your presents. Or if they can make it up for Thanksgiving, I can give them their presents. And if they can make it up for Christmas, then they'll just bring them back, right? Hey, Julie Aston, how's it going? So I bought a turkey, and I bought 12 pounds of butter. And I bought Briar a good pair of stout boots for winter. And I got the last 2 packages of cotton underwear in my size. Now, that may not seem exciting to most, but I'm a fat bottom girl. And getting cotton underwear in my size, they're always sold out. They're always sold out. Tomorrow's Friday, and then there's Christmas shopping starting, right? I got the last 2 packages of cotton underwear. One of them I'm going to keep, and one of them I'm going to throw in the pile for Christmas presents for Howie to wrap for me. So I got my underwear. I got my Christmas underwear. I got my turkey, like my Christmas turkey. If it's just 3 of us, then I don't know what we're going to do, right? Yeah, that box there is full of socks and underwear, except I gave Briar his underwear early, and I bought him his boots, although I told him they're not a gift, because you don't buy boots as a gift for someone you love, because they'll walk away from you in them. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And they say boots, but it applies to shoes. Slippers are okay. What else did I get? Briar bought pizzas. I have to ask him if he took his frozen thing off my dash. But I got Gracie some liver treats at the bulk barn. I got her some roasted or freezer dried beef livers treats. We're allowed 10, but have 11 in the family. Do we draw numbers or what? You just hope nobody checks. But the more people you have in your house, the more obvious you're going to be. So maybe you want to cram an extra person in one of the cars. You know what I mean? We are allowed, okay. All right, so I've got to get rolling here. So I kind of shopped because I figured I'm not doing my big Costco run. What I'm going to do is once I figure out how much money I have left, then I will hit Costco on Sunday because I don't want to go out any later than that. And I need to get Christmas cards, and I need to get toilet paper and paper towel. And I don't know. If I see anything else exciting, I'll get them. Are you kidding? The only one I don't buy underwear for is Mel because it's kind of a personal thing, but I know what my boys like. But I'm going to, so I'm doing their PJs, their socks, their underwear, right? And then gift cards. Arthur and Mel are getting Visa cards, and Briar's getting an Amazon card. Just in case. Like Briar said, Mom, you don't have to get me anything for Christmas. And I'd be like, turkey dinner, pie. Ooh, thanks, Mom. Gracie, hush up. Arthur's 32 and Briar's 27. They're going to be 28 and 33 in February. Uh-oh, my stick is bent. I got to make sure it's straight or I'm not going to get a good turbine out of it. That's a little better, I think. Gracie, nobody's out there. It would be like, didn't I get any socks this year? You know what I mean? But I gave Briar all his underwear because hush, darling. Nobody's out there. What if God was... Is your ear bothering you? What's going on with your ear? How come it looks swollen? Hang on, folks. Oh, shot. There's nobody here. Come here, come here, come here. Let me fix your ears. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. Your ears itchy? Is that why you're shaking your head? Mommy just cleaned them yesterday. Oh my baby. Oh my goodness. I already scratched your back. I don't want you digging your nails in me, so I'm gonna do it right here, okay? Oh. Oh. All right, go lay down. Mommy wants to visit. Mommy wants to visit. Everybody says hello. So anyway, so Briar and I kind of went, and I got my baking gummies, I got my cocoa, I got all the stuff for my bread, and of course, I bought Briar a bag of Reese's Pieces, and they had these things that were chocolate-covered pretzels that were covered in, like, nuts and M&Ms, and I'm terrible. Hey, Furby! Hey, Dallas! Hang on. I gotta get this organized here. I really need to medicate. Oh, right. So I was walking into the living room last night, and I had something in my right hand and my tea in my left hand, and I tripped over the edge of the runner rug. But I caught myself kind of in the granddad position, and I couldn't move because the rug was over my ankle, and there was an extension cord that was looped around my ankle, right? I didn't know what I tripped over. I thought it was the edge of the rug. And Howie's sitting at the table, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Would ya?" I tripped, and he saw me, and he goes, "You all right?" I said, "No." And he goes, "What do you want?" I said, come and get the stuff out of my hands so I can," because I couldn't move. I was in a falling position, and it was killing my back. So this morning when I woke up, I was like, holy crap. So I didn't fall, but I might as well have. You know what I mean? Because I seized up a whole bunch of muscles. So, hi, Jessica. How's it going, sweetheart? So anyway, it was, so I woke up this morning going, no, I can't do dick. I can't go anywhere, right? So then I woke up again, and I said, do you want to go? Sure. And away we went. We went to, I had 3/4 of a chicken sandwich and half a hash brown, because I always give a hash brown to Gracie. That's all I've eaten today. So how's everybody doing? My daughter keeps getting me a red sweater every Christmas. I used to love sweaters, but I hate them now because they're so hot. She'll understand one day. Yes, she will. All right, I have to get going on here. So, if Andrew comes in, let me know, because I actually we were listening to some of my playlists in the truck, and I actually listened to Big Panty Woman. I thought it was Big Pantry Woman, but he wants to dance with a Big Panty Woman. And Briar goes, isn't that kind of insulting? I said, no, nuh-uh, not at all. You know why? Because there's men out there that love big-bottomed women. Big, extra large women. All right. What color did you decide to go with the KitchenAid? I got white. I got white because the color really didn't matter. White, it's neutral. White's neutral. Gracie, stop scratching, baby. Do you want me to take your collar off? Is it bothering you? So it really didn't matter what color it was. White. White. I'm not waiting. If they get it in November, if they're back ordered till November, what's to say that they won't be back ordered until January? I want to bake. Color don't matter. Sam Elliott's hair is white now. We're still calling it Sam. Yeah, red and white are a good couple too. Yep. Whoa, I'm spilling this stuff all over the place. Hold on a second, folks. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing here, because I really need to take care of this pain. I can barely move. I know I'm all perky and stuff, but that doesn't change the fact that I can barely move right now. All right, just give me a second. I spilt some of my stuff here. Shit. Shoot. If God had a name, What would it be, and would you call it to his face? Oh my goodness. I think I put too much in here. Pack it down. Pack it down. My hands do not like rolling turbines, but I need them. Okay, be right back. Took water pill late today. Okay, Dallas. On a stainless steel set of pans. Well, the way I see it is I probably would have waited for the gray if I didn't already get a white one, right? If, it all depends. The grease came. Is Sue here? The grease came, Sue. For the KitchenAids, I'm hoping Howie will work on them this weekend. Oh, crikey. Here it is. Hang on. Oh, I'm on Top Chat. I'm probably missing all kinds of stuff. Thank you for the reminder. There we go. Oh, Mama needs this. Excuse me. All right, let's put you up there, and you up there, and you up there, and you up there. No, not yet. But Howie says he's got. You asked if I got the electric set up for Sam. Howie's also going to work on that. But I have a couple of weeks because the white one, the pewter one was back ordered, and the white one is only 3 weeks. They're getting a shipment in 2 to 3 weeks. So, right? So it's all good. Thank you, Furby. I finally got here a few weeks ago. Ordered back in February. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, he'll get the girls running. He'll get the girls running. And I've already told Arthur and Mel that if they if he gets both of them, the small ones going, then they can have one of them. I probably would really like to keep my red one because it was a gift, but the white one's going to match Sam, so I really don't know. I haven't been home all day. I was supposed to clean off the stove, the black one, because I've got boxes on it and stuff, so that Howie can shove it in there and get and I can get baking, but it'll probably be this weekend thing. Please pay no attention to the woman behind the fan. There's nothing happening behind the pretty pink fan. All right, so I haven't even taken anything out for supper. So I'll probably open up a jar of minestrone soup and slap him a grilled cheese. I'll make him grilled cheese and tomato soup. I didn't make it the other day. I ended up making... What the hell did I make? I think last night it was pork chops, roast potatoes, and green beans. Hubby bought me new earbuds today. E25 wireless Bluetooth ones. Charger holds 3 charges and really small for purse. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's awesome. I need a new camera for Christmas, I think, from Howie. That's what, because my camera is using a battery from the original camera, which is taped together with electrical tape because I dropped my newer camera and broke the new bigger battery on it, so it doesn't hold a charge as long. And when I ordered the battery from newegg.ca, I paid for it, and then 2 weeks later, like a couple of days ago, they said, "Oh no, we can't mail that to you. It's a battery." It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Right? Like, you're an electronics store. How can you not mail me a battery? Right? Oh yeah. That big pot of soup that I made, Howie and Briar and I just decimated. There was like a cup left in the bottom. There was hardly any. It was so good. So, but he's not going to get noodles in this one. So, no, I'm making him tomato and grilled cheese. Lee McLeod Lazarick watched your video. Oh, I just said that. It's really good soup. I actually bought a bag of carrots, a small bag of carrots, because it was like $1 something at Walmart, because I want to can my rutabagas this weekend, and I want to can them. I like to can them with carrots. I blanch the rutabagas. I don't blanch the carrots. I think I'll have to check my own video. What about what loss? What loss? Whoa, back up. Back up. My mom lost both to breast cancer. Oh. I'm sorry about that, honey. Having burgers delivered tonight. I get free child burger and still get 2 meals with fries. Oh my God. Well, Howie had Harvey's today. Briar, oh my God, I got a picture of it. Briar got a triple Harvey's burger. I actually made him hold it out so I could take a picture of it. Because if I eat a Harvey's burger, there's too much relish and pickle. Like, I like it, but they overdo it. So the double patty makes sense because it kind of cuts the too much pickle and relish flavor. But a triple? Briar said, oh yeah, I'm totally going to die. He holds it up and there's like 3 patties on this thing. But when I needed my new KitchenAid and saw that this was for breast cancer awareness, I bought in a heartbeat. Anything to help breast cancer. Yeah, I lost my Aunt Josie to breast cancer. So I get it. Hey, Mandy. So white's good. White's neutral. And I'm okay with that because Sam's got white hair. So what else did I get at Bulk Barn? Oh, I got not a big bag, but I got a couple of cups of buttermilk powder. That means I could probably put that right in my Bisquick. You know that? I could probably put that right in my Bisquick. My homemade Bisquick. It will be sticker friendly. I hate Harvey's burgers, but I love their biscuits. We don't get biscuits much here in Canada. What all do you serve for Thanksgiving? Hey, Pat Lundberg. It depends on who's here. This year, if it's just the 3 of us, me, Arthur, me, Howie, and Briar, I'm going to make a theme dessert. What we're thankful for. I should actually do a video and put it out there for people to make desserts designed around what they're thankful for this year. I think that's a great idea. What do you think? Like, just do a what do you call it when you a collaboration? I'm going winter shopping this weekend. They're saying Montana will be bad this year. Yeah. Well, all I really need for Howie to get is I'll make a list. I'll go through my pantry and I'll make a list. I need another thing of toilet paper or 2 more and another thing of paper towels, and that will do us till spring, right? No, Briar doesn't live with us. He lives in Wakefield, but his boss owns 3 different stores. One in Kaz, one in Brennan's Hill, and one in Wakefield. So when Briar works at the Brennan's Hill store, his boss drops him off there on Friday at 4 o'clock. I pick him up at 8, bring him home, take him to work up for 8 on Saturday, bring him home Saturday night, take him to work for 8 on Sunday, and then Sunday night his boss takes him home. So I help share with the transportation, but it means I get him here for the weekend, even if it's just for an hour. You know what I mean? So no, he doesn't live with us. But he stays here on the weekends because it's easier for his boss and easier for him if I drive him to and from, and I'm okay with that. Because guess what? Briar went shopping with me today. Briar lifted the turkey. Briar lifted the 12 pounds of butter. Briar grabbed the paper grocery bag from Bulk Barn that was ripping at the bottom. You know what I mean? Briar filled my truck with gas. Briar and I, work really, really well together when I have to go shopping. Mind you, I really didn't know how much I had or how much money I had to play with, so I kind of capped things off. I gotta make baklava. Ooh, 100 layers of phyllo pastry, sliced almonds, and honey. C'est correct? I would be hugging him the whole time he was there. He's Briar's not a touchy-feely person. He's not. He's like his mom. He's kind of cactusy like me. I think we're all kind of cactusy. Like Arthur, whenever he would come home for the weekend or whatever, I would go to hug him and he would just drape himself over me. And then I had to start saying, Arthur, you're 6'2". That's my back, my shoulders, my neck, right? So he doesn't do it anymore. He just holds me, right? But, oh, baklava. Hi, Autumn Gypsy. It was years and years in the making. What was years and the years of making? Oh, you know what? I've offered the job of doing some editing work for me over the winter. And if he doesn't do it, Austin might, right? I need help, man. You see, I did not get a video done today. I don't have the energy levels I used to. I don't have the legs in the back that I used to run 3 channels. But I am doing a giveaway soon, I hope, on Cooking with Cannabis. Moving to Montana soon. Gonna be a dental floss tycoon. Bev, Christina was saying years in making moving to Montana. Who was years in making that? I think I've lost something. I think I lost something. Yeah, I can't do baklava. I remember when Arthur's father and when I was pregnant, I craved really weird food. Well, not weird, healthy food for the most part, except for the occasional chocolate bar and Lipton's chicken noodle soup with a PB&J on white. That was a childhood thing, right? But I mean, I was like, take me to Mr. Greek, or where do you want to eat? Take me to Mr. Greek's. And I'd get the rice pilaf and the souvlaki. And I remember Donnie has a false plate for these 2 front teeth because when he was a kid, he had jumped out of a hayloft and the hay pile wasn't high enough. It didn't cushion him enough, so his knees came up and hit him in the face. And he knocked these 2 front teeth out. So he said, oh, what's this? There's not a lot of desserts at this restaurant that we went to. I don't think it was Mr. Greek's. I actually think it was an authentic regular Greek restaurant. And he almost tore his plate out trying to eat the baklava. It was like, oh, God, you didn't tell me it was sticky. I said, I've never eaten this shit before, so. Can't have almond. Well, you know what? You could probably replace it with like crushed peanuts or this is North America, man. We can Canadianize anything, right? Me, when eating baklava, only get down 3 bites and done, but lasts longer that way. That's true. Just got stuff ready for apple pie. Baklava sounds so good. I've got everything to do it. I'm going to fill a half-gallon jar with all the grain stuffs that I got. Oh, pecans. There you go. I can't have walnuts. They burn my mouth. They make my mouth burn and go numb. So, and one year, it was a big thing when I was a kid. Okay, what do we have? Somebody asked me what we have for Thanksgiving dinner. For us, we call it Thanksgiving, but it's not the same as American Thanksgiving. Ours is more like, has anybody ever seen Call the Midwife? Where they have the harvest dinner with the plate of wheat bread, like the bread that's baked in the sheaf of wheat. So, but we have pumpkin pie, turkey stuffing. If Arthur doesn't come, we are having bread stuffing this year. Homemade bread stuffing. All the things, stuffing, potatoes, turkey, veggies, pie. I've never had a green bean casserole, never had a sweet potato casserole with, I remember once, my one brother lives in the United States, and they were visiting once, and I said, oh, we just, I love sweet potatoes. And he goes, oh, you gotta mash them. I said, I know, a little bit of butter and salt and pepper. He said, no, put a little bit of molasses in it. And I went, no. And he goes, yeah. And I said, no. And he goes, it's so good. I said, Mike, it's already sweet. Why would I want to add more sugar? It's natural. I enjoy it exactly the way it is, but I have to have a little bit of butter. Now, when it comes to turnip, yeah, sugar. Okay, well, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a harvest celebration, but we have turkey. I have turkey at Thanksgiving and turkey at Christmas because our Thanksgiving is October 12th this year. It's the second Monday in October. And Christmas is until the end of December. I could fit 2 turkeys in there. Sweet potato pie. Mmm. Does your Thanksgiving celebrate the same as yours? I'm not sure I understand that. Oh, same as ours. We pretty much celebrate the same. Except we don't have pilgrims hats and Indian things. It's not a Native American pilgrim thing. Here it's more of, they've tried to amalgamate it with the US and we've allowed it for the most part, but more for us, we call it Thanksgiving, but it's more like a harvest home supper. It's where when the harvest is in, we celebrate with a big fat turkey and lots of garden veg and pies, and it's a celebration in Thanksgiving of the harvest. It's pretty much all it is. I like to roast patty pans and ham in the same pan. I've never had patty pans, so I'm going to be looking up them because I have some seeds for that. I'm American, but I don't like green bean casserole or sweet potato casserole. Too sweet. There you go. So what we do is, I think what we're going to do though, I mean, to make it special, the pool blanket is on. I can turn my fan off now. The pool blanket is on and the pool heat is on. And I don't care what the hydro bill is until I get but it has the thermal blanket on it. And Thanksgiving weekend, we're opening the pool for one last splash. So we're having Thanksgiving, a swim. We're going to have a bonfire. Maybe Briar will bring his guitar because there's nobody around but us, right? But you know how he's going to put the coach up for the winter up on I call it the parkland up by our fire pit, and he's going to put the awning out, and we're gonna like camp for the weekend. You know, well, we'll sleep in the house, right? But I mean, that's kind of Thanksgiving. We're just going to be grateful for everything we have. Motor coach, well, not obviously not first, but jobs, family, friends, garden, health professionals, common sense, everything. We're thankful for absolutely everything. But when I cook rutabagas, I mash, add butter, and then white pepper and serve it with haggis and potatoes. Really? Oh yeah, see my burn you can see now? I don't know how well you can see, but it's all wrinkly and it's starting to peel up around here. But this is the part that got hit worse because there's a lot of scar tissue there. I don't even worry about New Year's. I just make sure I serve something green, leafy and green on New Year's because it represents money for the new year. I just be thankful when 2020 is done and gone. Go 20! Go 20! Go 20! But remember, folks, traditionally, pandemics and epidemics, when the second wave hits, they're 3 times worse than the first wave. Now, our first wave was made really bad by the lack of preparedness for something of this magnitude. Okay? But we're all working it, we're all working it. I didn't take all the butter at Walmart, although I made Briar look. I said, is there any limits on the butter? He said, I don't see it. And it's Natrel butter. It's my favorite. No, Gailey's my favorite. Anyway, it's Natrel butter. It was for $2.97 a pound. And the last time I bought butter on sale, it was $3.85 a pound. So this was like, is there any limits? No, give me 12. Put them in the box, right? Black-eyed peas for good luck. Well, that's obviously an American thing. We're doing a taco bar for Christmas. Oh, cool. If you wanted, oh, no, you don't have to, you know what? Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not. According to Trudeau, we're in the second wave now, as if we needed to be told that. Really, eh, Mandy? Really? Are you Susie's sister, Mandy? Just a yes or no, and I'll know. Your next comment should be a yes or a no. No, I'm not going to live in fear, but I am going to live in common sense, right? I'm pretty sure I'm actually pretty stocked up, except for paper products. I mean, the last time we went to Costco, I spent $800. Okay, okay. Just checking because she says Susie's a twin, and I was just wondering if it was you. I got it here for a buck 99. What did you get there for a buck 99, Dallas? So no, a dollar 90. Well, I remember the first time we went south um for Christmas. We drove. Well, we didn't go for Christmas. We got there by Boxing Day, right? In Arizona. But butter was on for $1.50 a pound. I thought that was the way it always was. So I bought like 20 pounds. I tell you, when we drove home, you got to hear this. I had a cooler full of frozen butter and cheese. And I ain't talking no over your shoulder cooler. I'm talking about a beer cooler. You know what I mean? Big old ass cooler full of dairy products, butter and cheese. And so Howie made me drive across the border because I'm still not sure. We were still getting used to declaring stuff, right? And if you don't do it right, they just make you pull over. So Howie said, I'm not driving across the border. You can explain the butter and cheese. I had like 60 pounds of the stuff. Howie and Briar had to lift the cooler. Okay? Bricks of cheese and probably 40 pounds of butter, right? It's like, it had to be over 60 pounds. It had to be. It was really heavy cooler. So, absolutely, Donna Holland. I got 15 pounds of potatoes for $2.98 yesterday. Today I'm canning tomorrow. I'm going to try and finish my zucchini slices that you saw me. They dehydrated to paper thin. Paper thin. So I'm going to be putting them in probably a pint jar. But I'm gonna show you what that 18 pound zucchini came down to. My pears I didn't get to in time, and they were getting mushy, so I threw them to the chickens, sweetening them up for the stew pot. Anyway, we get to the border, and Howie pulls over about a mile before the border and gets me in the driver's seat. I have a migraine. And Briar keeps teasing. So I don't say bomb at the border, right? Because I had told him we were driving my cherry bomb van. And I had told, he wasn't with us when I called it the cherry bomb at the border, and the guy had to go over, he stopped dead like I had a bomb in the vehicle, right? So he goes, I don't say bomb, right? And I said, don't, Briar, it's not funny. Shut your mouth, right? I've got a screaming migraine, and Howie's refusing to drive, and I'm driving at night, lights coming at me. So, turning part of my zucchini into mock pineapple, you got to send me the recipe for that, connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. I'm always interested in new things, right? Because I'm planting zucchini next year. So, my mother-in-law had explained it to me because she was with us. She said, Bev, everything you're going to declare, write it down. And then, everything you buy, she said, write it down in a list and then write the amount at the bottom, right? And she said, and staple your receipts to it. So I did. So we get to the border, and this is coming into Canada. And that guy was a jackass. Either that or somebody bit his ass and rubbed the wrong way that morning, because I'm nervous as it is. I'm ready to puke with a migraine, right? And I pull up, and he said, how much you got to declare? Or where are you going? Whatever. How much you got to declare? And I said, well, how much did you spend, Mom? And he goes, I'll ask the questions. So I just handed him my list, handed him Mom's list, handed him all our passports. Anyway, next time I don't need all the receipts. He just ripped it off and said bye. Went through, and I'm like, oh my God. So I pulled over as soon as we got into Windsor. I pulled into a pharmacy because they don't sell Robaxacet in the United States, right? And this is back in the day when I would take I would take 2 lorazepam, right? But now I've got 2 lorazepam, 3 Robaxacet, 2 Gravol, and I didn't really wake up. Like, we got to the hotel where we were staying in Windsor because we had been driving all friggin' day. We got to the hotel, ordered Chinese food, and I crawled in my bed because poor Nan had to sleep with Briar the whole way down in every motel we stopped at. And he has night terrors and stuff. He punched Nan once by accident in his sleep. But I'll tell you something. I ate my Chinese food. I laid down and I woke up in Port Hope. I remember getting to Port Hope. I remember being in the passenger seat of the van. But it's the first time and the only time in my life I can remember actually sleeping in a moving vehicle. I don't sleep in moving vehicles. Okay, thank you, Michelle. Don't send it through here, though. Send it through the thing, right? So I'm like, all that worry, all Briar's teasing. When I got to the hotel and we booked in the motel, I threw up. I threw up from the stress. And then that's when I took the pain meds and all my meds and the Gravol for the throwing up. And I went bye-bye. I'm telling you. So, I'm on the road again. We'll listen while driving. Okay, well, don't be distracted driving, baby, okay? I have no choice. Hubby cannot lift and I cannot walk to the store, nor can he. But it saves my bottom. I'm not sure I got that. I can't find that email, Addie. It's right there above you. Terry White's put it in. And, so anyway, please, I'm all scattered right now because this is one of those days where I had a plan, then I broke the plan, and then I woke up and I went on with the plan, but it was kind of like a stumble in my day. So I got a small bag of carrots. I'm canning potatoes and rutabagas and carrots and potatoes this weekend. And somebody did come back and get the rest of the celery. So if I take ibuprofen, I can't take ibuprofen. It's an anti-inflammatory. I black out for 3 to 5 days. Remember nothing. Really? With ibuprofen. Holy crap. You got to be careful with that stuff. It's really hard on your liver, eh? Where did my page go? Where did the rest of the... Oh, well, it's just my chat. Okay, just the chats here. So, okay. Now, give me a second here. I don't know why I don't have... Okay, let's open this. Can I open that? Oh, righty. Give me a second, folks. I have to get back over to our half-acre homestead because I only have the chat here. So I really apologize that there was no video today. But I will try and have one for tomorrow. And I will show you the mixed grains. I'll do a video on the mixed grains that I've bought so that I can mix them all in a tub to go in my bread this winter. Because with Sam, I'm baking all my own bread this year. I am baking all my own bread this year. Why? Because I can! I will have Sam... Oh, shut up. There we go. So now where's my pop-out chat? Where's my pop-out chat? There it is. Okay, so hugs and love, even if not say individual to everyone, I'm saying it to the computer for you to hear. I love you, sweetheart. I do love you. So all I have to do is I'm just kind of doing this is to get to, I have to go through my baking cupboard. Because Howie said he cleaned it, but he left bags open and there's some of those little tiny bugs. So that thank God it's contained in one cupboard. So that all has to be taken out and thrown out unless it's sealed. Oh, you know what else I bought? I'll be right back. Ow! Oh, I wore Gracie out. She went with us, by the way, and when I was in Bulk Barn, Briar took her for a walk. Oh my God, my legs. Oh. All right, where are you? Oh, sorry folks, I had to dig down to the bottom of the bag. The Bulk Barn gave me a paper bag and it ripped coming out of the store. So Arthur's at the top of my brain right now. Briar, when we were at Walmart, he said, do you want some of these shopping bags? I said, yes, because it'll be easier for me to take them in the house, reusable shopping bags. So when we got to his place, he took the boots and stuff that I bought him out of the one shopping bag and he put the ripped stuff in it. So this was at the bottom. CalMag. Because my body won't absorb calcium without the magnesium in it. B12 for when I get really stressed. Organic echinacea. Pretty sure my medicine cupboard is just about done. I still have, I didn't get any neocitrin. Rest, Dallas. Make extra dough and freeze it. I tried that once, but I froze it. But like I froze. Oh my goodness. You know what? We only wear this outside, so let's take that off, eh? Here you go. If God had a name, what would it be? You want to say hi to everybody? Okay. Say hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the baby. Honestly, look, right into my cleavage. Oh my goodness. Mommy baby. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, God is great. Yes, yes, God is good. Yes, 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 yes. What if God was one of us? Oh, my baby. Are you my baby? Yes, you are. And did you tell everybody you saw Briar today? Did we see Briar today? You want to see him tomorrow? All right, baby. Where you go? Where you go, sweetheart? I'm not scratching your bum. You've gotten lovin's twice. Who brings to you? I love our family. I do love our family. You rest, honey. Tomorrow's Freaky Friday, remember, right? She's got a... Everybody knows the story. When we brought her home, she was pot-bellied with worms. And I don't think she was 8 weeks old. I think she was only 6. She was very, very tiny. And she either slept under Howie's hand or in my cleavage all the way home. And that's her mummy spot. That's the spot she identifies with as safety. Because the place we took her from wasn't actually very nice. Wasn't a puppy mill or anything, but it was a rural thing where the mom was running around and the puppies were running around. And I swear she got caught in a door because she was, for the first 3 years, she was like, if a door was half open, she wouldn't, you know what I mean? So she's just my baby. No, I don't think she adores me. I think she owns me. So when we took her out of the dirt and the worms, right, and we brought her home, the first thing I did was get her a little Caesar's food and put a half a teaspoon of diatomaceous earth in it. Do you guys remember her biting my finger? She was so starving for that stuff. Cleaned her out like a whistle. By the time I got her to the vet, she had no worms. I have a list of stuff to do for family members. Oh, I'm glad you're not leaving Dallas. Can I post the link to my brain aneurysm awareness video sometime this week? Is brain aneurysm. Do you mean on a Facebook page? Absolutely. Don't know if I'll make Freaky Friday. Have to fix pasta, salad, Spanish rice, and pulled pork for an event on Saturday. That's okay. That's okay. We will be fine. I mean, we'll miss you though. But it won't be until tomorrow night. Why? Because Briar's going to be here and I got to pick him up at work at 8 o'clock. Pretty sure me having Freaky Friday after 8:30, Howie's going to sleep in the coach. He's like getting every last night he can in there on the weekends. So watch that road. What road? We are all perfectly imperfect, and I love the way that works, eh? I know I'm late, but hugs to everyone here. Hi, Angel. You're not late. You're just on time. Moderators, are your hammers polished? Let me go here. I'll be right back. Big leg woman, pull your dresses down. Yeah, big leg woman. Okay, and save, and back we go. I got that song stuck in my head. You should have seen me and Briar down the highway because he goes, well, I know this isn't really your jam and blah. I said, Briar, honestly, isn't really your jam. Music, think about this. I said to him, do I have a Kleenex box in here somewhere? It'd be really nice if I did. Oh, thank you. I said, Briar, honestly, think about this. What's Mummy's genre of music? And he went, holy crap. I don't know. I said, because we don't have one. We like all music. We like all music. As long as it's a jam, we like it, right? Playing football with my dog, Charles. Oh. Just polished what? I'm missing all kinds of stuff. My mom passed when she was 39 of an aneurysm. Thank you for doing that. My cousin Bob, died and left, Dee Dee and my cousin Angie and five kids. And the youngest they were 5 kids in 5 years, and the youngest was only 4 when he died of a brain aneurysm. So, yeah, it's these things health all has to be taken seriously. My hammer. Ah, there you go. Don't hear much country though. Well, when it comes to country, some of the things I like are just like, I like Better Dig too, but I like old Nashville. Patsy Cline, Sons of the Pioneers. The closest I get to modern country really is like Steve Earle and Johnny Cash. And Johnny Cash is dead. That tells you how old I am. I was 18, had to raise my 2 brothers and sisters, And sister, she was 3. Oh my God, baby. Well, Billy and I were talking, my brother Bill, when he was here Tuesday. What's today? Thursday. He was here on Tuesday, and we had a lovely visit. We sat out in the sun and watched the leaves fall, and we talked about harvest and health and our dogs and all this stuff, right? And it was the first time in a really long time that we actually got to talk, just us two, with not worrying about anybody else, not necessarily anybody else listening, but just us. It was a nice, intimate conversation with my brother, which I seldom get. And we were talking about, he said, he went from, like, my mom died the day before his 17th birthday. And Wendy got married in December. Mom died in April. And like Wendy got married in December. Mom died in April. Billy turned 17 in April. Mike got married in June. And the following February, my father had a heart attack. There was a lot of stuff going on. And my dad, and this is one of the things that my older siblings pointed out to me. Like Billy was kind of like, he's had all positions in the family as a sibling. First, he was the baby, and then Bob came along, and then I came along, and then he became the middle child. And then Wendy and Mike moved out, and Billy, and then mom died, and Billy was like the eldest, right? Because our family was kind of in steps, right? So we were talking about how he went from being a kid to being an adult overnight with responsibilities overnight. And I said, you stopped me from a career of skipping school and I started a career of bad behavior the year after my mother died. And I don't remember, like everybody says, Bev, you got lost in the shuffle. Wendy was trying to have a baby. Mike was getting married. Billy was trying to finish high school. Bob was going into junior high. Dad was just trying to hold the family together and still function as a one-legged, one-armed man, going to work every day and coming home and looking after a family and doing laundry and all these things. He said, Bev, you got lost in the shuffle, baby. And I guess I was really lucky that I was very young, because babies bounce, right? I was 9. So I remember, I'll tell you this, I was telling this to Billy. When I was in grade 4, I went home for lunch with my friend Penny. And Penny had red hair and freckles. And if she ever sees this, Penny, we went to Bruce School. You had thick ginger hair and a face covered in freckles and beautiful blue eyes. And your sister made you a purple and white knitted scarf for Christmas. And you picked a butt up off the ground when somebody dropped it and smoked it. She was inhaling in grade 4. But anyway, we went home to her babysitters for lunch. And she would roll her cigarettes and everything. It's like, holy crap, this woman wasn't all too swift, I guess, right? So we decided not to go back to school that afternoon because I lived right around the corner, right? And I had it all planned in my head that I was going to sneak in the house just before Billy got home from school. And I could lie, that I'd come home for lunch, didn't feel well, and stayed home. But guess what? Billy was sitting at the piano when I tried to sneak in the house. And it was way an hour and a half earlier than I should have been home. So Billy said, don't you worry, Vicky, they're all in the prayers. So I walked in the front door and Billy was playing the piano. And he goes, what are you doing home? And I was like, I was too young to know any different. I was building the lie, but told him the truth. And so my father got the phone call from the school. See, If I had done it right, I would have been home. And by the time Billy come home, and nobody would have known that I'd skipped the afternoon over at my friend's house smoking cigarettes. Right? Nobody would have known. But I got caught. Thank God I got caught. And my father sat me down and had a really good talk with me and my brother Bob and my brother Bill about child protection services or children's aid. And what would happen if I continued with that behavior. He said, they'll take you away from me, Bev. They'll take you all away from me if something like this continues. If you do this again, I could lose the rest of my family. And I found out years later, Dad was saying was his family, his kids were the only thing that was keeping him putting one foot in front of the other at the time. And Billy said to me, I told him that. He said, I have no memory of that. I said, I remember what I was wearing. I was wearing the green dress with a little bit of frill lace down the front. And it was raining. And he goes, wow, I don't remember that. I said, you stopped me from being a career crappy student because I did not do well in school. It was a brutal school. Kids were molested in the hallways and in the stairwells, and they were beating each other up. When I read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, I identify with the brutalization in the school systems back then. So, hey, Doris! So anyway, yeah, these things, it's one of those lines of demarcation moments in your life where things could have went either way. If my brother had not been home early because he had, he finished his classes early for the day. If he had not been home, I would have gotten away with it. And you know what happens when a kid gets away with something, right? They continue the behavior. So, hey, Samantha Cummings, how's it going? So, yeah, ow. Oh my goodness. Oh, my shoulder. Okay. Hey, Willow Whipple. How's it going, sweetheart? Now your folks are Whippoorwill Holler, right? Did I get that right? So, I mean, it scared me enough that I never did it again. Do you know the next time I skipped school? In high school. And I was old enough to sign myself out, so I did. I mean, that's how cold water of a splash that I almost got away with it. Today, 5:09 p.m. Is it 5:09? So, how we remember some things so vividly. Well, it's like, so when Billy... Billy bathed me and dressed me for our mother's funeral. Billy explained why I got the spanking for setting his bed on fire. Every one of my siblings are so important to me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Those are going to be some juicy chickens. Yesterday, I fed them the peels and the guts to the zucchini. And today, they got half of a 3-gallon pail of pears, mushy pears. Look, Mom loved the dried strawberry powder on the vanilla ice cream. Oh, that's awesome. No, all of my siblings are not blood. But my blood siblings, we've been through, it feels like wars together. I mean, I am the youngest, and the eldest is almost 14 years older than me, right? So, I mean, there were so many, it's like music. Between my parents and all my older siblings, my music taste is just nuts. It's all over the place. Plus my kids, right? It's good that you had that. My sister took sides and I was on my own. There is no sides in a family. Not if it's, right? Every one of us, out of all 5 of us, every one of us has our garbage, has our crap. And I'm really grateful that we had a great dad who believed in higher learning, whether it was through books or documentaries or music or hands-on building things. Pretty sure it's Daddy, Gracie. Ow, my knees. Oh. So, I was really, really lucky. There shouldn't have been. That's true. We haven't spoken over 10 years. You got to fix that breach, baby. Even if it means only cleaning your side of the street. Okay? Own your part in the dispute. Own it. Own it. And if you need to apologize or make amends for something, do it. But at least you will be free from it. You can't live like that. You can't. Right? You just can't live that like that. Bev, you can tell your father really loved you. Oh, God. He loved me to the point where sometimes I doubted that he did. No, I never doubted my father loved me. Even when he kicked me out of the house on my 19th birthday because I didn't have a job and I didn't go back to school, and he gave me till my 19th birthday to do it. And he kicked me out of the house. The day of my birthday, he said, "Where are you going?" But I learned from that. I learned. It was not easy. I did the same to Briar, but then Briar did the same thing. He lived with family, or around with family, right? Because it made me realize the kind of pressure I was putting on my father, who was a retired man on a pension, right? Me laying around doing nothing, not knowing. But honestly, I didn't know how to look for work. I'd only ever had one or two real jobs, right? And like paycheck jobs, not cash jobs, paycheck jobs. And they were got for me. You know what I mean? So it took me a long time to get into the swing of being, oh shit, I'm an adult now. This is what it means to be an adult. Sink or swim, right? There's no, yeah. I have 3 out of 4 siblings I don't talk to, haven't for many years. Well, that's really, really sad. Hi, Sue Marie from PA. I have family members I don't talk to. Or I have family members. Well, it's not that I have family members I don't talk to. If they were to show up at my door and say hi, I'd invite them in for a cup of tea. It's not a big deal. But as for me reaching out to, I think there's only 1 or 2 in my entire family. And I mean, when I say entire family, I'm talking over 100 people, right? That I just can't handle. But if it isn't a visiting thing, that's fine, right? But if it's like, we need to talk, no, we don't. We'll talk if you're ready to talk. And, but I mean, I'm always open to communication with my family, always, until my communication gets shot down. When things that are important to me get disassembled by people I love. You know what I mean? Things that are important to me are poo-pooed. Right? My YouTube channel, Howie was like this when I first started. I'm glad you got something, because it's like one of those things. I could have a choice. I could be a weird cyber troll person, or I could actually share information, right? And that's the choice I made. I made the choice to share. And Howie was like, "Oh, good for you. You've found something creative for your outlet for your energy with people, like in communication." Until I made my first $100 paycheck, and he went, "You actually can make money at this?" I said, "Apparently so." And after that, then he started becoming more and more supportive and more involved, right? What are we talking about, Paula? How long do I pressure can white beans and ham? You can it as ham. As long as you can ham, it's meat. So it would be 75 minutes for pints and 90 minutes for quarts because it's got meat in it. 10 pounds pressure or the pressure for your altitude. Well, thank you, Jana Newman. Yoshi, Libby Oates, Sue Downtown. How's everybody doing? Oh, hang on a second, folks. There we go. Sorry, it was a little thing I had to do. Hubby wants me to start doing more here. I don't know if I'd be good at it. We see. Well, why not? You got anything better to do? Seriously, dude. You're a reacher outer. Really? Sarah, I think if I listened and learned 90 minutes because of the meat. I think if I listened and learned 90 minutes because of the meat. Yes. When you're canning something that has separate, multiple ingredients, you always can it for the one ingredient that needs the longest processing time. Does that make sense? So if there's meat in your soup, you don't can it as tomatoes or vegetables. You can it as meat. Right? Have you made ham stock? Oh, hell yes. Half the time it ends up in pea soup, though. I have some jars, and they're quite precious, of the last ham we actually ever pickle, like brined and smoked. And we cooked it, and I had leftover ham, and I diced that all up. I'm sure I got a video of it somewhere. It's all in like pint jars with broth, and I save that for deep winter for red beans and rice. I still have that salty taste, and it's getting worse. Any ideas at all besides unshed tears? Maybe you should ask, maybe you should look that up. I would Google what makes your mouth taste salty. Because unshed tears is the only answer I got. And I'm pretty sure I'm dead on with that. Sorry. I may be a reacher outer, but sometimes I reach beyond, and it makes people uncomfortable, so I'll shut up now. My mom wants me to make and can for her the soup you made the other day. The minestrone? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me. If I hadn't been in Walmart, if I had been in Giant Tiger, I probably would have brought home 10 cans of tomatoes and another bag of carrots. And I have a bag of cooked celery or blanched celery in my freezer. I probably would have made more minestrone soup because it's just the bomb, man. Hey, Kendra Clark, how's it going? I said dehydrated, but I'm not dehydrated. It said dehydrated, but I'm not dehydrated. Are you sure? It's raining. It's starting to rain. Hi, Autumn Leaf. Okay, well then, maybe you should do some journaling. Journaling, folks, is a really good outlet. Actually, you know who made me this journal? Noreen's Kitchen. Noreen from Noreen's Kitchen. I have journals. Right? And I don't journal every day, but, oh, there's my printer. Did I tell you how he fixed my printer? Journaling is one of those things. If you can get to a point where you feel safe enough to journal honestly, right? I have ready to go more journals. Okay, journaling is one of, I have to put that in there, it's going to get bent. Journaling is one of those things where you write a letter to yourself. And if you don't want to write a letter to yourself, write it to your higher power or God, or write it to somebody who's dead in your life that you trusted. Okay, but write. Okay, writing and not typing. The physical writing with a pen, if you can. Okay? If you can't, then type. But writing in a journal lets you pour all the raw emotion out. Okay? And store it in a safe place for you to sort through later. Does that make sense? So, if you don't know where to start and you have some angst issues, start by making a list of names. There's no reason for the list, none whatsoever. Start writing a list of names in your journal. Just the first names that come through your head, whether they're the prime minister or the president or your left second, twice, once removed cousin. Just start writing any name that pops into your head and then put it away. And then after a few days, go back and look at the list. Pick the first name on the list and start writing about that person. Doesn't have to have rhyme, reason. It's not a friggin' story for anybody. Just start writing about that person. And what happens is you get a lot of, you've made that list for a reason. So now you're going to start writing about that person and all this emotion's going to come out, whether it's good, bad. It doesn't have to be negative. That's why you make the list, right? And then you start writing about that person and then you put it away when you get too emotional. When you pour everything out. And then when you're ready, you go back and you try and decipher it. And when you're calm and you've kind of emotionally vomited all this stuff onto paper, you can go back and read it with a more clear view, right? A less emotion, more analytical view, right? And then you realize there's parts in this relationship or whatever it is you've written about that you're culpable for, right? Because it takes two to argue. It always takes two. It takes two to love. It takes two to argue. It takes two sides of a coin to flip the bloody thing, right? But sooner or later, and then when you write all this stuff, you realize, oh my God, this isn't about them. This part here is about me. And then you work through that in your journal. Journaling isn't that journaling magical, dear? It can be very magical. And it's better than a psychiatrist. Why? Well, not better than a psychiatrist. I'm not going to say that. But for emotional stuff, because it's private, you can work through it privately, right? And if you need help, you phone somebody or you email somebody, right? Or you talk to somebody you trust. Love your glasses, Bev. I've been journaling most of my life. I did a brain dump just last night. Good for you, Martina. Good for you. Hi, Patricia Furia. How's it going? Trump Sandbox, Willow Whipple, Laura Higgins, Tamasu. How long is canned meat good for? While the seal lasts. You can it without salt. I don't recommend it. Right? But as long as the seal lasts and you open it and it still smells good. Right? You're not watch the show Eating History? Bev, thank you for always trying to lift everyone up. It's a good energy for the universe. Oh, honey, I'm totally selfish. Totally selfish. This is what I was telling my brother Bill. I was telling my brother Bill about our Connected Hearts live streams and how we come here to lift each other up. When I get to talk like this, I'm not lifting you up. I'm lifting me up. You are listening to me. And you're helping me. Don't you see? It's really a loop. It's like, it's a loop. Like, if imagine that we all got our own step on the squirrel wheel or the hamster wheel. It's not a hamster wheel, but think of it that way. We're always, one of us is pulling while the other's riding. We're always looking after each other, aren't we? Right? It helps to get it out of your head and onto paper, and sometimes it will give you clarity. That's right. But don't look for the clarity if you're in the emotional stage of writing. Write until you can't write anymore, and then put it away and go have a hot bath. And what would you like for supper, dear? Why don't you open a jar of minestrone soup and heat that up? Or do you want to wait and I'll make you a grilled cheese and a tomato soup?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a half an hour, okay?
Okay.
You gonna have a shower?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit down. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it was one of those days, was it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it after. Um, when are we gonna know what your paycheck's gonna be?
As soon as I turn on the computer.
Okay. All right. Did you tell Gracie went to Bulk Barn and Briar took her for a walk? And then we went to Walmart and I bought my Christmas underwear. I got the last 2 packages of cotton panties in my size. Yay! And I brought Briar, I told you this, didn't I? I bought Briar some boots. There's pizzas in the freezer, but they're for when Briar's here this weekend.
All information I got.
Was there any mail?
No.
Ah, because it's Thursday.
Mail, but there's not really mail.
My journals are piled high and have solved my own problems. Exactly, Joanne. Journaling is an insight into your own feelings. Because if you journal, especially when you're really really happy or really sad, really angry, when you journal at the peak of emotions, it gives you a real good insight later on when you calm down as to what was happening with yourself at the time, when you were too emotionally overwhelmed to actually understand what was coming from, where it was coming from, right? My Aunt Audrey, 94 years old, probably still journals. I don't know if she can still write. I know last time I had, we thought she had Parkinson's, but it wasn't Parkinson's. But her grandchildren will inherit her journals, and she's got a trunk full. And so I used to be a letter writer. My hands have gotten pretty bad, and it's hard for me to journal, but I try and journal at least once a month to just flush stuff, you know? What did Dallas say? What did I miss? Sending hugs and kisses and cheek kisses to Howie. Not those cheeks. Mind you out of the gutter, ladies. Dallas sends hugs and kisses, honey. Back at ya, babe, he says. Well, he didn't say that. He said back at her. I said back at you, babe. I used my words to say his things. How easy we do that, eh? How easy we repeat something in our own words that somebody said. I find that my family and friends don't always listen when I talk. When I write, I get out all the things I want to talk about. Where's Teflon? Teflon! Yeah. Oh, Helen Nelms, what is time? We got another half hour. So, Janet Hobizal? I did a journal for each of my boys when they were growing up. They treasure them now. Wow. I wouldn't want my kids reading my journals. I got some really harsh reality shit in my stuff because I hold nothing back when I journal. Because if I let loose all those emotions on Howie, it would probably drive him underground. Seriously. I am a woman of extremes. Would you say that, Howie? That I'm a woman of extremes? Sometimes. Oh, my nose is so itchy. You didn't kiss me. Hey, Danoof. All right, I gotta medicate, and then in 20 minutes I gotta go make Howie some soup and grilled cheese. Do you want to slice me up an onion when you get a minute? So I got a nice big turkey, and I got 12 pounds of butter. It was on sale at Walmart. 12 pounds of butter, and it's in the freezer. It pays to shop extra when you can. Do you go on live every night? Pretty much, but not usually in the evening. Usually in the early afternoon, around 1, Eastern Daylight Time. Jim said Howie better answer that wisely. No, that's one thing we got is honesty. That's one thing we got is honesty, my husband and I. And if we don't, if I find, it does not do to pay for family members to lie to me, especially Howie and my kids. Why? Because they can't lie to me. It's just physically impossible. Why is it physically impossible? Because I can read them. I can read their body language. I can read their auras. I can read their energy. I can read their faces. I can read their eyes. It's really, really hard to lie to me when I know you, right? I'm going to make them grilled cheeses. Yeah, I have to medicate. This is the first time I've been able to medicate today. That's why I came on when I did. I find the caffeine shags with the painkillers. You know what? If you take painkillers with coffee, the caffeine will give it more of a punch into your system. Yeah, isn't it a great gift, How do I say it? Sharella Lee? It's not an easy gift to live with. It's not an easy gift to live with. Being an empath is really tough. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. It's not just mama's instinct. But if you knew me better, you would know what I'm talking about. And that's okay. Take the time to get to know us. As usual, I'm here at the end of things. I got some time. Company just came in. I will see you later. Oh, Mr. Bucky. Take care, sweetheart. We haven't gotten anything on your brakes yet, eh? Not yet. I will. As soon as I get off here, I'll check my mail. Oh my God. I have scrapbook. I got a scrapbook of our first trip to Las Vegas. Man, I was so much thinner. It was like right after when I was at my thinnest weight after my gastric bypass. But I did a scrapbook, and then Howie was going through our pictures, and I've got a bin of them. And he found a scrapbook I started on this house. And I'm really glad I got the first few pages done, because those are pictures I can't get back. The picture of what the house actually looked like when we bought it. So I think when I get that scrapbook done, I'm actually going to do, maybe a video of it so you can see. Kids can never lie to me. I feel it with them. I think it's got something to do with my gaze. When you I'm a rigorously honest person. Rigorously honest. It gets me in trouble a lot. Okay? So the best I can do instead of lying is to not speak at all sometimes. Right? But because of my rigorous honesty, it is really easy to see dishonesty in other people. Add the fact that I'm an empath and that I can read auras. Really easy. Okay? Really hard to lie to me. Oh, it's bloody tough. That's one of the reasons why I love having a Connected Hearts live streams. Why? Because I can engage. And I can turn down the waves. It's easier. But in a crowded place, holy crap. I remember being at my nephew Andrew's wedding, and there was so much weird vibes going. Not that there was bad vibes going on at the wedding, but I had a lot of familial issues going on for me at the time. And I had to go to the bathroom at one point and cry in a stall, right? Because I just had to. My head was going to pop off. And I didn't stay at that wedding any longer than like 9:30. Because I just couldn't. It's just, family is the worst when you're an empath. Being with that much family is the worst. Mikey's wedding was amazing, but then I was high through the whole thing, right? Like I had to. I would step outside and smoke because I danced. And if I'm dancing, I got it. But you know what? It was an amazing wedding. They were both amazing weddings, and they were both really emotional for me, but different stages of my life kind of emotion, right? I have to finish that quilt. Hey, Bobby Joe. I've been waiting for an hour, then tab, so went to laptop and it went flat. Oh, I'm sorry, Rena. Hi, Mark Bryant. Bev, love you. And Papa, can you hot water bath vegetable soup? No. Why? Because nowadays tomatoes have such low acid rates that even if you put tomatoes in it, it wouldn't be acid enough. No, honey. even without meat. Boil, you cannot boil bath canned vegetable soup. Please, please pressure can it. All right. Wow, you are a very interesting person. I would love for someone to read my aura. You sure about that? Let me get to know you better. I can do it. I can do it remotely, but it's a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. Maybe one day I will open a channel where I will read people. But see, just that question made the pain shoot up my arm. Made pain shoot up my arm. That, you know, someone's saying they want their aura read. It's not something I play with lightly, right? And it's easier if the person's in front of me. But distance reading is really, really tough. Really tough. Free, just free. Hey, I haven't been on here a long time. I finally bought my own half acre in Colorado. Oh, you're in for a rough winter, aren't you? You're still my spirit animal, and I've missed you. Gentle hugs to you, my fellow empath. How are you, sweetheart? Well, that's something I would have to like make appointments, right? And that would be something that would have to be unlisted because things I say about people are the truth, and not all truth is pretty. I can gloss over the shit, but if you really want the truth, you get the truth. So be careful what you ask for. If you have questions or comments, hi, Maximus Odidicus, or whatever that last name is. Hello, who is this? Are you actually my aunt? Am I actually your auntie, or are you someone coming in under another name? Hi, is this actually live? Yes, it is. I got on through YouTube. Shh, you just opened the door. Hang on. Okay. My ex-mother-in-law can read your life from your face and body. Yeah, I remember. I don't know how many. I remember one wedding I went to. Somebody wanted me to read them, so I had to. There was a kitchen tent, like a screen tent, so I went and sat there, and I had like 3 people come up, and it had to be by yourself, right? And I remember one person asking me, and see, when I read stuff, I don't see. Okay, I don't see specific things. I only see the energies that were created from. Does that make sense? If there's things going on in your life, I don't see what's going on in your life. I only see what the energy is that is a result of what's going on. Does that make sense? So I don't get it. It's like when you did my niece's cards, her tarot cards, and I don't read them any way that you're supposed to read them. I read them because I see what they say to me. Does that make sense? I see a picture, I'll tell you what it means to me at that moment. And she laughed because I said, well, you know, after all this, there's an older man, the king handing over a crown to a younger man. Oh, look at, your life is divided. You're living 2 lives. Like you're living here on the surface, but you got things going on underneath that nobody knows about. And she's laughing when it was all over. And she said, well, you know, mom and dad and blah, 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 blah. And I said, why don't you just marry Mike now? And she said, what if I already did? And I went, oh, you eloped. She said, Aunt Bev, you were walking all around it. You were walking all around it. You said it. Why didn't you pick? I said, I only pick up on what it's saying. I'm not picking up. I'm not applying it to you. Right. And apparently she's just laughing her ass off because I told her the whole thing. And she said, yeah, we got, you know, and then we ended up going to a wedding blessing because they eloped. So we went to they had a big wedding kind of blessing and all that. And I was there for that. But, you know, guess what? Other than her and her husband, I was the first to know. And then because Mom and Karen were there too. This was when she was going to school in Ottawa. Were you born with the ability or did you teach yourself to do it? That's a really good question. I was born with it. I was born with a lot of stuff. But it got tangled in our whole side of our street, or our entire street being haunted. This entire area of Toronto was haunted. And because my family is gifted, my father had to put his foot down. And basically, before I was born, none of this stuff gets spoke about in the house or outside of the house. It stops here. Because having 5 children, all with gifts, can get pretty hairy, right? And on a haunted street. And that wasn't just it. There were two other houses had family members on it. We're all from the same line, my mother's side of the family. I have no relatives, close relatives at all on my father's side, because his older brother died in World War II, and his twin sister died at birth. So, so what happened was it got stomped down on, and whenever something weird went on, my parents never acknowledged it other than to shut it down, right? To poo-poo it, right? And it wasn't until, oh God, I had poltergeists and everything when I was 13. We had poltergeists because of me, right? Well, there was me, my brother Bob, and then my cousin Janie came to stay with us for a couple of weeks, and it was like three preteens to early teen kids in the same house, all from the same bloodlines. It was like, I was seeing things, and doors were closing and opening, and I was all nuts, right? So, hey, Glory. I think a channel like that would be great. Well, I got to be careful, because I honed my ability as I got older. Being in a 12-step program for alcohol gave me a path for my faith to blossom. It also gave me the freedom to be me. And that comes with a lot of energy. There's a reason why I stay online and don't go amongst people much, right? Because it's battery. It's real emotional battery. But I have to be careful about the things that I project on the internet. Does that make sense? Right? I have to be careful. Any kind of output of energy always has repercussions and waves. And B, there's a lot of people in our half-acre homestead who would want to burn me as a witch. I'm not kidding. Okay? It wasn't that long ago that it was still legal to kill witches in this country. And I'm not saying I am one. Okay? And I'm not. Everybody knows my faith with my higher power is mine. Okay? And my God understands me. Okay? Because he gave me all these gifts. But he also gave me the awareness to be responsible about how I use them and who I show them to. So doing it on the internet, it would have to be with boundaries. There would have to be an awful lot of boundaries, because there's some things I just can't do over the internet. Does that make sense? Oh, of course. Oh, look at that. That's okay. No one likes me. That's okay. That's okay. There you go. There we go. Hate speech. That'll be good as a report. So, oh God. Well, there's a lot of people in the world whose faith is in a box. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Everybody's faith, everybody's belief structure works for them. If your faith is in a church or a religion, if it works for you, hallelujah. But it won't necessarily work for me. That's why we have to be tolerant. We have to be patient. We have to be tolerant. Okay? Because everybody's belief system, you can share your beliefs with like-minded people, but they're never going to be exactly the same. Why, folks? Because we are all individuals. And we need, yes, we can have guidelines of a church if that's what makes you comfortable. But my contact is with God. Boom, right there. And it's always there. It's an open line of communication because that's what tells me when it's time to be careful. That's when it tells me to. Has anybody noticed I don't really do rants anymore? Why? Because they're negative, right? Hang on, excuse me. So, I mean, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Because we're going to now, I find so much peace in listening to you. Thank you. It's not me. Okay? Get this. We are sharing a constant loop of energy. The trolls, we can ignore them now. Don't even, I'm not even going to look at the chat. All right? Keep it here, folks. Keep it right here. All right? We are sharing a constant loop of energy. And what does this energy emanate? Light. And the more energy we share and emanate, the lighter and brighter things get, and it pushes back the darkness. I'm not going to say good or evil. I'm not going to say black or white. I'm going to say light and dark. Because that's really, when you get to it, there's faith, there's love, and there's fear. There's only two true real emotions, love and fear. Okay? And they can't, if you're fearful, then you're not allowing the love of your higher power to protect you. You're pushing away that love and accepting the fear. Now, I'm not saying we don't have to be afraid. I'm just saying fear is no way to live. And there's always healthy fear, but then there's always a balance. Life is all about balance. All right? Because we can't live in a world full of light. Because there has to be darkness. But we don't have to accept the darkness. Do you understand? Just because it's there doesn't mean we have to make it a part of our lives. We can make this a part of our lives, right? So, there is more. There is more. You're only limited by how big you can open your heart. That's the only limit we have. If you open your mind and you open your heart, the blessings flood in. But you always make sure that you emanate the light to keep the dark. You don't want the darkness coming in. That's all this. That's all. But what if people don't love me because I'm fat? But what if people don't love me because I have gray hair? Or what if people don't love me because I'm honest? What if people don't love me? That's fear. If you accept the love, because it's everywhere, if you allow that loving light in, then there's no room for the darkness to get you. Got me? So, I'm going to do, now it's time, it's been almost 2 hours, but I think it was that's their problem. Absolutely. So, what did we learn today? Strong emotions that you can't handle, journal them. And then go back to them when you're more at peace and you can have more clarity of mind, right? So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose, and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. All you got to do is let it in. Let in the light. And there's no place for the darkness to hide. All right? Let's all take a nice deep breath. Oh, thank you. Who did that? Thank you. So, thank you, Trina. Thank you, honey. We are family. I got all my siblings and me. Anyway, let's all take a deep breath and let's end this with a spiritual blessing. Okay? Let's send some of our positive love, light, and energy out to the world. All right? I got my higher power. This is a non-denominational blessing. So whatever your faith is or lack thereof, don't let it stop you from adding your energy to this outpouring that we send out to the world, because God knows the world needs it, right? We got each other too, and we got our blessings. Let's share it. All right, so deep breath. Hey, Chief, it's us. Thank you, God, for the beautiful leaves I saw today. The trees looked absolutely sculptured with the oranges and the golds and the reds. I'm so thankful for that. And thank you for Briar being with me, because I got to share that with him. Thank you for all my love. Thank you for all the love and the blessings that I get from my YouTube family every day, and from my family, and from my friends. God, we had a really strong day today together in this live stream. And what we want to do, Father, is we want to just leave all the negative stuff that we came in here with, and let's just, God, take our hands, share our blessing with the rest of the world. Let us be instruments of peace and tolerance and light and love and faith. Let it shine out from us. In your name. May it soothe those who are, let it soothe those that are having illnesses, and families that are facing fear and illnesses. Mary Jane's worried about her son. We're hearing in our connected hearts that some people have COVID. There are people that are alone. Lockdowns are starting to happen. But God, we got this because we got you. So God, look after our family, but also share our light and our love with the rest of the world. Help us lift them up, God. Let us help you lift them up out of the darkness, because the more light we shine, the less places the darkness has to hide. Amen. Namaste. Shalom. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Miigwech. Blessed be. Walk with God. Whatever your salutation is to your higher power, let it be said in honesty and love. Believe it, man. It's there, and it's yours for the asking. Just open your heart. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying thank you. I really enjoyed this today. There probably won't be one tomorrow. There probably won't be one. Sorry about that. It buffered. There probably won't be one tomorrow. Maybe there will, but I got a lot of things to do, and tomorrow is Freaky Friday. So this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying I love you. And don't let anybody tell you you're not worth loving, because even the trolls are worth loving. Because in those trolls, there's a human. Somewhere in those trolls, there's a human that's crying out for attention. God, please look after them. They need our prayers and your love. Take care. God bless. I love you guys.